IllinoisJobPost.com. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. It's part of our comprehensive radio and internet employment campaign designed to get your job openings noticed. For details, just reach out to your account manager. Put the power of radio and the internet to work for you at IllinoisJobPost.com.
WTIM. You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show on your information station, and it's sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I'm your host, Reed Kamai. Our next guest this morning is Elizabeth Fines-Workman, the director of Lincoln Land Community College's Taylorville campus. And Elizabeth, good to have you back in this morning.
Reed, always a pleasure. Glad to be here.
Yeah, it is a pleasure to have you in, as always. And I'll tell you what, this is a milestone for you. You're coming in on a 1 year, or perhaps just over a year. When did you start?
I believe it was June 30th or 29th. So yeah, coming up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So almost a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way you said that actually was a bit of a bait and switch, because you said 30th, which then made me think June 3rd.
Yeah.
But,
no.
Yeah. So June 30th, around that time. So yeah, almost a year. So how does it feel being there for a year?
It feels fantastic, Reed. I still love it, right? I love it as much as the first time that I sat in that corner office. So I'm still pretty jazzed about it for sure.
And sitting in that chair too.
Yeah.
But yes, no, that's great. And just let's kind of look back. Like, what are some accomplishments would you say that you're most proud of?
Yeah. So one of the accomplishments that I would say I'm most proud of is my 8th grade event and my 4th grade event that we did. And I've talked about those on this program before, but those are something that my first day, I said, this is something I want to accomplish. I want to get back into the community and allow students or prospective students to see, just what Lincoln Land can offer. And those are two things that I'm very, very proud of. Another thing is that, I don't think I've ever brought this up in this with you, Reed, but my grandma Cherry, she passed away, but she went to Lincoln Land, and she went to Lincoln Land earlier in her life. But then when she was 58 years old, she went back to Lincoln Land. And then she went to UIS and she got her teaching certificate. Right. So she was able to go on and substitute teach. She substitute taught me, and it was great. Right. And one of the things that I think that this job allows me to do is to help people like the Grandma Cherries of the world, right, who want to go back to school and want to accomplish their dreams. She always wanted to be a teacher, and she was able to do that through Lincoln Land, right? Or at least the start of it. So I think that that's something that I'm also proud of, is seeing my students walk across the stage at graduation and those sorts of things. I'm very proud of that. Seeing from the beginning to the end is great. Seeing folks like my Grandma Cherry come and sit across the desk from me and them tell me like, well, I don't know, it's a little late to start. And I'm like, it's never too late to start, right? My Grandma Cherry always told us that there's one thing folks can't take away from you, and that's your education. And I'm a firm believer in that. And I'm just very grateful that in this position that I'm able to help students, reach their goals that they may have not thought was possible at one time. But yeah, those are a few things. And I would like to think my Grandma Cherry is also proud of me for doing this as well. So
no, that is a great story, I think, in terms of, just in terms of what community college or, higher education in general can offer for folks, later in life, whether it's where I'm at or where your grandmother was at at that point. So yeah, I know you were she was thinking that, it's too late to go back to school. You were kind of pushing back on that claim. Well, how old were you at that point?
When she got her teaching degree, I was only in like kindergarten or something like that. So she, and it wasn't kindergarten. It would have been maybe first grade. I'm not really sure.
So somewhere around there.
Yeah. And she used to come into the school and she would have like these little candy bags, right? So she would sew. She was an awesome sewer. And she would have these little candy bags that were like little bugs. And she would have like M&Ms or whatever in there. And she would like give them as treats if you were good or whatever. And I think that also, now that I'm thinking about it, ties back into me wanting to, do these Friday foodies with Fines and all these other things. So, I just even thought about that, Reed. So thanks for bringing that to my attention.
Well, no problem.
But yeah, so she actually influenced me more than I know. So, I guess my students at Lincoln Land Community College Taylorville can thank my grandma Cherry for all the food things that I do with them.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it sounds like you were destined to end up in the position you are in now, considering what you were saying to your grandmother at that point.
Absolutely.
And then, now you're in where you are now. Essentially, I'm sure passing that same message along,
Yes.
with as much vigor as before, if not more. So
absolutely.
That's awesome. So you talked about what you're most proud of. What would you say you've learned about the community and the students that you serve?
Yeah, so I think that one of the things that I've really learned about the community is how great, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, how great and supportive our community is here. I started this obviously a year ago. I'm from Taylorville, but I hadn't really been involved in as many things as I am now. So like the chamber, right? April Wolf, she is wonderful. She helped me out a lot. The chamber has been super supportive of everything that I have put forth in front of them. Here with you all, the CEO program, all the high schools I work with, they have all welcomed me with open arms. And I think that really speaks a lot to our community, that folks in our community, we are welcoming, we want to help people, and we're always there for each other. And I think that is fantastic. And I'm proud to say that I'm from Taylorville and from a community like that. Because it really makes everybody's lives easier when people are nice. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it sure does. And I think that's a great way to look at it. 1 year down, hopefully many more to go in this position. What are your goals, would you say, for the next year in your position?
Yeah, so a few more goals that I have is just try to get some of our enrollments up a little bit. Right now, we have a lot of College Now students, which I'm very proud of. I love that I'm able to serve those students who are still in high school, right, and want to get a head start on their education. I think that is such a wonderful way to do it at an affordable cost through Lincoln Land, through us. So I would like to see maybe a few more traditional students. I'd like to expand some of our classes. Right now, as you know, Reed, we kind of have like the basic gen ed classes at our campus, but I would like to extend that, maybe get some trades out there because those are really popular right now. And during COVID, we found out how important those trades are, right? Like a plumber, electrician, all these things. So I think that I would like to expand that at some point as well. But yeah, I think that those are some of the goals I've had. I have checked off a lot of the goals in my first year. I still have a few to accomplish in like 5 days, but we'll see if I can do it.
Yeah, I know a little bit tight there, but no, I think it's still a lot of accomplishments, some good goals in there as well. I would ask though, how feasible is it to like essentially work in some of those trades classes to the Taylorville campus? Because I would imagine you would need the lab space for some of them.
Yeah, so we already do have a lab space. We have a welding lab and like a construction bay and things like that. And for our build and wire class that we class that we had this camp that we had this summer, they were able to utilize that space. So that was awesome. So one of my goals was to be able to utilize that space in one shape or another. And luckily the build and wire camp allowed me to do that. They had so much space out there to do electrical. They built like little side tables and things like that. So that was really fun. So we do have some of the space now. How feasible is it for all the large ideas I have, Reed? I'm a dreamer, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, that would actually, I bet that would be a better question for, I don't remember his name, but the gentleman who won that award that you talked about
Scott.
last time. Yeah. So maybe I have to get him on the show and hear about his.
He has those. He always has to reel me in on some of my big ideas. So
yes.
we'll maybe we'll get Scott on sometime. I'm sure he'd love that.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. So no, awesome stuff. Anything else you want to mention about the previous year or the next year or about your time in the role before you move on?
No, I think that I am just very proud to be from Taylorville, and this community has been nothing short of amazing. during my time in this role. So I thank everybody who I've come in contact with and who another goal of mine is to get even more involved in the community. So hopefully if I wasn't able to connect with you in this first year, guess what? I'm coming. So,
all right. So, looking forward to that. From Elizabeth Fines-Workman, director of Lincoln Land Community College's Taylorville campus. Let's take a break right now, and then we'll have plenty else to talk about on the other side of the break, right here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Since 1938, Shelby Electric Cooperative has kept the lights on for our members when no one else would. Today, we're making that same commitment by bringing reliable broadband to underserved areas. Just like electricity years ago, fast internet and phone service are essential for quality of life and economic growth. Shelby Fiber delivers future-proof internet straight to your door. Visit shelbyfiber.coop or call 217-774-2323. Of the 2024 construction projects by Christian County businesses, those businesses saved an estimated $370,000 in sales tax by utilizing the county's enterprise zone. Through the efforts of the Christian County Economic Development Corporation over the past 20-plus years to establish and grow the county's enterprise zone, new and existing businesses in the county can save significantly in sales taxes. Find out how they can help your business by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. The Christian County Economic Development Corporation is moving Christian County forward.
Hi, this is Matt Corso with Kaufman Realty and Auctions. Looking to buy, sell, or just find your next treasure? This summer, Kaufman Realty and Auctions is heating up. We are bringing you incredible opportunities in both real estate and personal property. We've got prime residential properties hitting the block, and we're featuring massive sports memorabilia and comic book collections, top-tier firearms, tools, beautiful antiques, and quality furniture. Don't miss out on the auctions this summer. Visit KaufmanAuctionsil.com to view full catalogs and start bidding today.
Hi everyone, Nicole Patrick here, your local country financial representative at 1305 West Bresser in Taylorville. I'm proud to recognize the Tornado student athletes that represent our community by being the exclusive sponsor of the WTIM Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game. During Tornado Sports broadcasts this school year, WTIM announcers will select a player at the end of each game who will receive a certificate for being named our Player of the Game. Good luck to all the teams this season, and go Tornadoes!
Your locally owned Scooters Coffee at routes 29 and 104 in Taylorville are proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WTIM Tornado Give Back promotion. Scooters Coffee will donate the following to the Taylorville Sports Boosters. For each Tornado varsity football touchdown, they're donating $10. For each three-point shot in varsity Tornado boys and girls basketball games, they're donating $3. And $5 for each home run scored by varsity baseball and softball team. The 22 local Scooters Coffee Taylorville, thank you for your business. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Grow more memories with Heartland Bank. Banking for every stage of life. Because strong relationships build strong communities. Heartland Bank, helping your dreams grow. Visit hbtbank.com or click our banner at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Member FDIC.
I am Bob Raddings with the Bob Raddings family of dealerships. See our huge inventory of about 2,000 vehicles by clicking on our ad at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
WTIM.
And we're back on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. It's sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I'm your host, Reed Kamai, and I continue my conversation with Elizabeth Fines-Workman, the director of Lincoln Land Community College's Taylorville campus. We spent the first segment talking about year one of her time at the helm of the campus, and I want to get to some other topics going on right now at LLCC Taylorville. We've got the summer classes underway, and I'd love to know what kinds of courses, both the obvious ones and the less obvious ones, that are available this summer, and how it's gone for students.
Yeah, so right now at our campus, we have microbiology that we're offering, as well as the CNA class. And the CNA class has filled. It's a double class this summer, so we're very happy about that. And then they'll be even happier to know that tomorrow we're buying pizzas for them, so I'm sure they'll be jazzed about that. But yeah, they're going well. I pop over there every once in a while to bother them and say hello, so hopefully they don't mind too much. But yeah, summer classes are going well at Lincoln Land Taylorville.
Well, I would love it if you stopped by to my class. So I will say that much. By the way, did they know already about the pizza?
I told their instructors, so I assume it's either they're going to be surprised or not surprised. I don't know which one.
Well, or they're listening now and they just found out. Breaking news, you're getting pizza.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
no, that is cool and great for you folks that's going well. You recently, so it's over now. You had the Build and Wire Skills Camp. I know you talked about it a couple times in the build up to the program. Talk about how it went and how it went for kind of getting students to do this hands-on work.
Yeah, so it went really well. Again, I popped into those sessions as well. I have no idea. Well, first off, I have no idea about CNA or about microbiology or about anything electrical or construction. So I love to learn. Thankfully, with the CNA classes, like I can't handle blood or any of that stuff. But thankfully, in the Build and Wire, there was none of that. So they were able to learn electrical skills. They built little tables, like little end tables. And I went in there and they showed me like the drawers opened really well. They like, I don't even know what it's called, but they put like, I'm going to say fire on it. They like burned the wood. So that was really cool as well. And something that's really interesting is two of the instructors are from the area. So they're from Taylorville area, which was really cool that they were able to do that for our students as well. So it turned out great. It was a good camp for students who just wanted to learn a new hobby, or if they want to do, maybe this sparked something for like a future career. So it was really, really good. And the students seemed to love it. I went out there, like I said, often I was like, are you guys having fun? And, they're like, yes, Elizabeth, they're like, leave us alone. But no, they were awesome students. And I think that they had a good time. So I'm very proud of that camp for sure.
Oh, that's great. So you had the classes, you had the camp. Now it sounds like you're going to soon be spending more time in the community, visiting local businesses. I know this is something you did a lot of in your first year. What's the goal or goals of it this time around?
Yeah. So if you check out our Facebook page, Taylorville LLCC, go look at it, take a look. You'll notice that I do a Where in the Community is Director Fines, right? So I've been doing this for a while. Most of the time it was just in schools that I visited, right? For dual credit signups, college now, whatever. But now I'm going to kind of expand that to different businesses. And one of the reasons that I thought this was interesting is because there is so many people in the community, Reed, that have been to Lincoln Land, like they're a Lincoln Land alum, or they took classes, or their kids or grandkids took classes. So Lincoln Land is literally in every business pretty much in Taylorville, which in our communities, which is something that I take great pride in, right? So I am going to go to different businesses and just chat with folks, see maybe we can have a partnership, take some pictures, blast it all over my Facebook page. I'm sure people want to talk to me, right, Reed?
Yes.
So yeah, if your business would be interested in that, feel free to reach out to us. I have a few businesses lined up right now, so I'm excited about that. Some of my students, my past students who have graduated from Lincoln Land and are working at certain businesses, they've reached out and they're like, E-Dog, please come talk, like come take a picture with us. So I'm excited about that. Friday Foodies with Fines has been kicking off, so that's good. I have a list of students that want to be on it now. So
they got to wait.
I have a wait list, if you can believe that. Yeah. So it's pretty exclusive. But yeah, it's going well. And that's one of the things that I really want to do is connect with the community, connect with the students. And those have always been my main goals, but those are two things that I really take a lot of pride in this job. So.
Yeah, and I mean, you've done just that in 1 year at the helm. So let's see, about 90 seconds to go. Still time to register for fall classes. I think we know one answer to this, but what classes are you most looking forward to having available?
Okay, are you thinking public speaking?
Yes, of course I am.
Okay, so yes, obviously my public speaking class, I'm jazzed for that, but we have We have logic that's going to be coming up. That's a really cool class to take that I'm excited for students. We have a econ class that students are going to be able to take at Lincoln Land Taylorville, which a lot of students have signed up for. We have a stats class that one of our instructors who used to work as an adjunct, his name's Cody Cox. He used to work as an adjunct at Lincoln Land whenever I taught first. And now he is a full-time faculty member, and he's coming down to teach stats. And he is a wonderful instructor. So I'm super jazzed for the students to be able to learn from him as well.
Oh, that's great. So
yes,
looking forward to that for you folks. Elizabeth Fines-Workman, director of Lincoln Land Community College's Taylorville campus. Elizabeth, thank you as always for coming in.
Thank you, Reed.
Yes, and thank you for listening here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. Stay tuned, because in about 10 minutes, we'll be back with another conversation. You're listening to WTIM.
SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The Senate has joined the House